Hi, welcome to this QuadJobs Journal Information session. The point of today's session is really just to walk you through the site, help you understand a little bit about how to sign up, how to apply for jobs, and how to build your profile. So let's jump right in. I'm going to share the screen with you right now, so give me 2 seconds to do that. And here we go. All right, so once you go to the QuadJobs site, all you need to do to sign up is pretty straightforward. You hit sign up, you choose student, and then literally you just enter your .edu email address and your school zip code, and you'll be walked through all necessary steps from there. But you do need that .edu email address to initially sign up. An activation code will be sent to that email address as a verification that you are a student at your school. So once you're signed up, you go ahead and log in, which I'll do now. And just to let you know, this is actually a active live student account in the New York City region, which is where, just outside of New York City and actually in Fairfield County, Connecticut, which is where we're based. So these are real jobs that a student in this area would see upon logging in today. So once you log in, what you'll see is literally all jobs that are available to you at this point in time. You'll get a quick headline sort of glimpse of what the jobs are. And as you scroll through and have a look, you then can just hit the details button and log into anything that looks interesting in order to kind of understand the details and apply to the job. So we'll jump into this right here. It looks like a part-time movers are needed for a local estate sale company. You get when, it sounds like it's an ongoing job. I should mention here briefly on that, about 50% of the jobs on QuadJobs are one-off, single jobs, a project or, a babysitting job, a date night job, things like that. And about 50% of the jobs on QuadJobs are ongoing, meaning maybe they need somebody every Tuesday, whatever that might be. So this looks like it's an ongoing job. It's located about 20 miles from where my home address is on this account. And it's about $15 an hour. So if that looks interesting, you can click in. You'll then get more details of the job, work to be done, who the employer actually is, a little bit of detail about who that employer is. And then, as you look at that, if you are interested, all you have to do is hit that apply button. Once you hit that button, and only once you hit that button, your information is then sent over to that employer. Again, it's important to stress that it's only when you apply to a job that your information is released. Other than that, employers can't come to the site and sort of shop students and reach out to you. It's in your control to sort of release that information when you are interested in a job. So we'll go back to what other jobs are available and how to search for them. 2 other things just to show you. You can also just search by category by clicking on any of these links, or you can put in a keyword and search for a job that way. So the only other thing to show you on the job page briefly is just this remote button. Remote jobs are jobs that can be done from anywhere in the country. So it might be somebody in California who's looking for a student to do a data entry job, and it doesn't matter where that student is. They can do it from their dorm room, they can do it from home, whatever your location might be. So just know when you see those remote jobs, those, as I say, those are jobs that can be done in any location. That's up to you. So we'll just look at 2 other quick things. The first one is this account button. The account button you'll be prompted to when you first sign up for the site. This is kind of the nuts and bolts of how you define really your experience on QuadJobs. It's here that you can do a couple of things that are important to show you. Number 1, your contact information. This is the way that QuadJobs contacts you to let you know that jobs are available. This will also be the information that shows up. Just think about what you use most and how you want to be contacted. Lots of students don't really use their .edu email address. So if that's the case, you may want to change that to something, an email address that you are more, use more often. A phone number, very important, primary address and secondary address. Lots of students will use QuadJobs when they're at school. Maybe they live, near campus or on campus. And then they'll also use QuadJobs when they go home on breaks. If that's the case, Your primary address, you'll probably want to be your on-campus address or your during the school year address. But then a lot of students, what they'll do is a couple of weeks before a holiday break or a summer break, they'll switch over to secondary address and ask jobs to be matched to that secondary address. That just means then you'll see jobs, maybe you live in Chicago, you go to school in New York, you'll switch to see jobs in Chicago when it comes time for you to be home for your break. So just know that you have that ability to toggle between more than one address and look at jobs that way on the site. You also, this is where you can choose to have your job notifications come in on either your .edu account, by text, or by an alternate email address. These are the notifications that come from QuadJobs. This is where you choose the jobs, the categories that you'd like to be notified for. If it will default to all of our categories. If you don't and you're only interested in certain categories, you'll want to click that here and hit save. The distance that you're willing to travel to a job, maybe you have a car, maybe you're taking Ubers, maybe you're walking, so make sure you reflect that and it will filter appropriately. And then how frequently you want to be notified of new jobs. Lots of students, I would recommend saying no more than once a day, because obviously if you're in a mature market where there's lots of jobs, you could be notified as often as 3 times a day. We batch them, and that might be more emails or text notifications than you really want to receive. So that's really, those are the most important things that you'll want when you set up your account that you'll want to pay attention to. The one other area that's really, really critical to your success on the site is your profile page. Your profile page is what's released. When you hit that apply button and you apply to a job, the employer gets a notification and is able to then see your profile. So this is really your calling card, and what you really want to do is make sure that this is as accurate and as well written and as detailed as possible. There's a big difference. Some students will take no time at all or leave this mostly blank, and they won't get jobs. And other students will spend a lot of time on this, and it makes all the difference. So make sure you take a little time. It's your chance to shine. You can see everything here is editable. You can always change it. You can add things. You can take things away, whatever you like. But you can put in languages, a little bit about yourself, your experience in any of the categories that are on the website. So if you have experience in those, this is your place to show that. Any special skills that you might have. These are things like, maybe you're a lifeguard, maybe you are, extremely organized. Maybe you are, any number of things. This is a place to show that. Any awards or honors that you may have received, and extracurriculars. So take a minute, make sure to fill this out well, spell check it, all of those good things. But once you have that, and as I say, you can always change that. You can edit it at any time. The one other thing to show you is this job GPA up here. So every job that you do on the site can be recorded and can be reviewed by employers. And it's really important that you ask them to do that for you. Don't be shy about that, because the more ratings and reviews that you have, obviously, the more jobs you'll get. And also, it's a really good tangible record for you. It's a great way to show work ethic, to show grit, people skills, really to keep a record of all of these small jobs really add up. And so you'll want to have that, and you'll want to reflect that. It's something that we hear from students all the time. I put my job GPA on my resume or in my LinkedIn profile, and it was actually the first thing a recruiter asked me about. So it's a great conversation point. It's a great way to show a little bit about yourself. And it's really, a lot of employers will remember to review you, but many won't. So it's really important that you just say, hey, at the end of a job well done, would you mind taking a minute just to go in and hit that award button so I'm awarded the job, and also give me a 1-sentence review. It's not more than that. It takes 2 seconds for them to do. So, don't be nervous to ask for that. And once you've got a job GPA, the record is always available to you. It's here. You click on, it will show up on your profile, but also you just can click on job GPA and you'll see the whole record of reviews and comments from employers. Obviously, this is our QuadJobs account, our office account, so we're not applying to jobs, so we don't, we just have this one as an example. But typically, you can have a page full of 15, 20 reviews, and that's really helpful to have. So honestly, I think that's everything that we want to show you on this quick information session. Any questions, always reach out, mail@quadjobs.com. That's, we respond to everything within 24 hours, usually less than that. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any feedback you'd like to give us, you know, please make a point of doing that, because we love to hear from students, and you know, we want nothing more than for all of you to have a lot of success on the site. So thanks for your time today. Again, I hope you all are able to use the site, and I hope you enjoy your jobs on the site, and please reach out anytime. Thank you.